Tonight you must ask yourself, are you willing? The question is, are you willing? And it's, are you willing to do what it takes to get to God? Are you willing to do what it takes to get to the presence of God and be with Him? And how much are you willing to do? Will you, when it comes down to it, will you turn away from God and do the wrong thing when it comes to desperate times in your life, where if there's a choice that needs to be made and maybe there's a bad decision, maybe you're with some friends and there's some peer pressure, are you willing to take the stand and say, I can't do that, I'm sorry, that's not what God would do. I'm supposed to be Christ-like, and I don't think I should do this. There's so many people out there that go and they come to church and they pray and they're really anointed, and they waste their talent, because what they do is they come into the church and they pray, and everyone thinks, man, they're really getting into God. They're diving deeper and deeper every day, but you go and ruin it when you go and do something dumb and make bad choices because you get peer pressured and you're not willing to stand up, and you're not willing to say that that's not what my God would do. So I'm just gonna do what you guys are doing because I want to be cool. Tonight I have a couple points that I want to make. There are certain things that we must be able to do if we want to grow deeper in God. And the first one is sacrifice. Are you willing to give up certain things in your life to become a better man or woman of God? Are you willing to give up ungodly things and unworthy things to be with God? You must have a mindset that says, in the end, it'll all be worth it, because when you die and if God comes back before we die, it doesn't matter what you have or what possessions you have, because you're not going to be able to take it to the grave, and you're not going to be able to take it to heaven with you. So is it going to be worth it to keep the things that you value in the world when you keep God in your heart and value Him and take it to heaven? Because sacrifice doesn't have to be a hard thing. I mean, it doesn't mean you have to give up everything you have. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying give up everything you have, give up video games, give up texting, give up your phone, give up Facebook. I mean, it's just things that you know that aren't godly, and you know that aren't pleasing to God, aren't pleasing to what He's called you to. It really doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter if you don't know that. It really doesn't matter whether you go see the newest movie or get the newest game, because, like I said, in the end, it's not going to matter because you're not going to take it to the grave. And when the time comes, I already said that. These issues that you want to be willing to give up don't have to be a heaven and hell issue. I'm not saying that they're heaven and hell issue, because they're not. And I don't want you to get that mindset. I don't want to say, well, if you go watch a rated R movie, you're going to go to hell. I mean, that's not true. God is going to forgive you, but why miss heaven by an inch when you can make it by a mile? I mean, it's simple. Why miss it by this much? I mean, do all that work and do all this, just miss it by this much when you can make it by a mile, and just say, God, I'm so thankful because you let me make it to heaven. Sometimes it may take you, and you may have to lose some friends. You may have to give up some friends that do not believe what you're believing. They may make fun of you for giving up certain things. They may make fun of you for not doing what they're doing. But like I said, it's not going to matter in the end, because you're going to be with God. And if you can, and maybe you don't want to give them up, well, ask them to come to church. Bring them to church. Try to get them to believe what you believe. Don't just give up on them as soon as you say, well, I'm going to church now, so you can't be my friend. I mean, if it comes to a point where they just won't do it and they just keep driving you to do bad things, then maybe you have to say, I can't be around you until you respect that I don't want to do those things. My second point is obeying God. God gave us the word because he loves us. And this makes it easy to live for God because he literally gives us the rule book to follow. A lot of people say, well, I don't know what to do. I don't know. It's hard to be in the world without knowing how to know what to do and what not to do. It tells us in the Bible. It literally tells you everything you need to be Christ-like and make it to heaven, and it's simple. There's always going to be tough times in your life, and these tough times, when these tough times are when you have to choose if you want to obey God, and a lot of people don't. It's sad because a lot of people when they're in the roughest times of their life, that's when they need God the most, and they just turn away and they give up. They say, I'm going to throw in the towel. I'm done. I can't do it anymore because I just feel